Hello there, my name is Rachel. The first time you see my channel, use review cartoon series, anime series, or something. Could be random. And today we talk about new anime movie straight of nowhere. Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. And yes, I kinda started, I'm sorry, but anyway, this is a film that not really expected to be true. I remember the first time they showed on Facebook, everybody questioning this is real or fake, and no one really knows because it's not the first time Courage and Scooby Doo actually meet. This is technically the third time. The first time was sort of promoting Courage. The second time is sort of a marathon of Scooby Doo and Courage, who was the most cowardly dog. And this is the third one. Yes, this is technically now the official kind of meet of both dogs because they have a lot of time and fun with seeing how they interact. And I love it. It was sort of fun and very weird. They try to capture a little bit more courage than Scooby Doo because Courage relied on more horror than comedy, and Scooby Doo is sort of backwards, is more comedy than horror. So they have to sort of meet in the middle, so to be sort of balanced. Now, does it work? Yes and no. It's one of those like, little moments that, oh my god, that was brilliant. Other moments that kind of cringy, like because they rely a little on cringy, awkward humor. Not all the time, only in the very beginning. So they sort of meet and sort of awkward moments to sort of readjust later on to understand themselves, who they actually are, and move on. Now that's the only complaint I have about this. But later on, they have other things because you're not sure this is the right decision or not because it's much more. They're similar franchise, but at the same time very different because Courage relied on sort of kind of abstract sort of horror. That's something that should not belong there. It's weird and distracting, but at the same time that sort of pushed the fear factor of Courage. But they sort of removed that to more kind of artistic kind of horror that it sort of works and doesn't depends on the person who watched the movie, depends on the fans, in other words. And to me, I feel it kind of does work, but I wish that they lead it a bit more. They started that a little bit more in the beginning because at the very end they made it more artistic sort of horror, sort of experimental like Courage, but once more, they never went 100%. They had their moments, but they still like, yeah, I feel they should change some little bit more things. But other than that, that's the probably the only complaints I have of it because the rest of the time it was sort of interesting, fun to see the gang interact with Courage and Eustace and Mirror to see how they actually click. Yeah, one of the biggest surprises is how Mirror clicked with the gang so well because I kind of like it's like kind of like a grandmother to the gang, like take care of them, eat sweets, calm down. That sort of smooth kind of grandmother, like oh, I love the interactions. But at the same time, one of the biggest surprises is how Eustace and Scooby and Shaggy, how all of them sort of click very weirdly, but it works. But you think he doesn't? How Eustace is sort of bitter, angry, but they click pretty well. Not at the very beginning. It's sort of the moments that when Scooby Doo and Shaggy they're hungry, Eustace is hungry. Every time they scare, Eustace is scared. It's almost like a click kind of moment. Like this is the perfect time to do this, and they all gets it. And that's how they sort of kind of work on the film. But other than that, the story is all about how Courage and Scooby Doo hear this weird sound out of nowhere, and the kids trying to understand what this sound is, and also answer all the question is what is straight out of nowhere, where this place exists, why these strange things is happening, can you actually stop it? And they attempted to answer so many questions. In my opinion, they did okay. You don't need all the answers. I prefer Courage to never have answered why weird things happen because that's why it's so interesting. But at the same time, this Scooby-Doo show, you have to answer them. You see this sort of, you have to make a compromise. But once more, it's fun, it's weird, it's not all good, but it's still satisfying, I think, because at the very end, you have two weird things about this besides Scooby-Doo and Shaggy and Courage, meaning once is that you have a kaiju battle on the very end, and you have Hughes rapping like a rap star, throwing money all around as a music video. Yeah, two weird things. You see this that probably will never leave me alone forever because I wasn't expecting it, but once more, I think it's okay. It wasn't the best, but it still was enjoyable for a fan. Yes. If you expect more high quality, nah, just keep your expectation very low. But once more, I still kind of recommend it if you can rent it or borrow it a friend, because I'm not sure that everyone will like it because it's sort of the choices. But once more, I still give it a sort of a recommendation. Just hold up, just don't have your high expectations. You'll be okay. I got really nothing else to say. One question is, do you see this movie? Do you hate it? Do you love it? You think it was a bad idea? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.